this Matrix is better organized than the Emperor's junkyard of a birthplace. Buckle up. We're hacking in. This is...
Herta, this whole space has been completely tainted by some kind of energy.
I see it too. We're thinking the same thing. Xandar, how could you go this far? Turning your own graveyard into this. What's that up ahead?
Katorzane algebraic expressions. It's built for isolation, not...
So basically, the door to the tomb, right? Great. Let's find the handle.
I'm picking up multiple independent signals with the same data structure as the barrier. Projection. We can hack the terminal, reverse the computation, and turn it into an attack.
Classic move. Use their own systems against them. Take us to the nearest one. Almost no response.
The output is barely a third of what we need.
Find anything else?
Regarding the origin of these ruins, but I did find some high-energy radiation. Internal...
Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one Stellaron.
Exactly. Xander blew one up just to clean the entire Scepter system.
Huh. So that's what he meant by killed that Titan with my own hands. He wanted to turn the neuron of the erudition into a relay for the destruction. That meant getting rid of all of it, at all costs. The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the Scepter's extrapolation.
It makes sense. Confirms this, the prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Yet the true value lies in the process of solving it, not the answer itself. Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hope?
No, I'd say exactly. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't handle Droidhead. So he tried to erase every trace, but he failed. It's... By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Amphorius, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
You said the Demiurge left a trace, right?
Yeah, but not in the real world. Remember the great tomb of the Nameless Titan? Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Philia 093 clearly indicates that the Demiurge did in fact enter Amphorius's...
Inside that world, it was the 13th, forgotten Titan. The one who listened to 30 million cycles. But Evernight said the opposite. The Nameless Titan never existed. The so-called listener was just a trap set by the Remembrance to...
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Would an Eon really speak in circles like this?
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with our current reality. Since we entered the Matrix...
And that's the key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists. But what Evernight said, and what so we have to assume that both are true. And if that's the case...
The truth?
Exactly. One last terminal. Xandar had to lie to the original Finan and Cyrene.
Logic. He had already identified the Remembrance as a threat, yet found no viable way to eliminate it.
All right. Let's finish this. Time to break through that barrier.
Operation authorized. Path energy readings. The erudition. Declining. The remembrance.
What's going on?
Cause unknown. They left no discernible...
That shouldn't be possible. Could it be that the Era Nova exhausted all of the remembrance's tech... Log it for now. The dots still aren't connecting. Aerial brawl.
It's advised to remain vigilant. The destruction's levels are still rising. Huh?
What's the matter?
Interesting. I just picked up a signal from the exomyth.
This repulsive force is unlike anything I've felt before. Is this the place?
Correct. Judging by its defensive properties, this is the entrance to the exomyth.
I didn't expect that. Who builds a lab in the middle of digital rubble? Then again, never doubt a dead man's resolve. So how's our dearly departed doing?
He severed part of his neural pathways to break free from Lord Anaxagoras' control. But that also triggered the failsafe I set. Conclusion: Xandar has lost all combat functionality and is no longer capable of action.
So now he's a spectator. Literally. Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be sure, I want to see this for myself. Might as well drop in and say hi to the real him.
Logic. Scanning his inspiration circuit might help us track down the Demiurge.
Exactly. His brain is the crime scene. There's no way it's spotless.
But it could be a trap.
That's why you're here. 2-on-1. We've never lost that matchup.
I'm honored. The chronocognitive anchor is in place.
I knew he's not here.
The coordinates are accurate. However, his position is shifting rapidly and chaotically. This pattern...
It's his. Cheap trick.
The spatial field...
We're back.
Reverse engineering complete. Logs show Lycurgus revoked administration. The chronocognitive anchor can't get a fix, because at the system level, Lygus no longer exists.
So he's...
Before vanishing, it seems he left...
To those who follow, All is proven. Find me beneath the tombstone.
Melodramatic.
He was expecting us. And once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence, he initiated...
Guess he wants a final showdown. Fine. Let the old
To be in the purest light is to be in the
The
purest...
Scepter's main frame. Or maybe we should now call it the Lord Ravager's placenta.
Unfortunately, we still haven't...
Really? I don't think so. Not...
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellaron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as this. As I said before, its disappearance is too clean. If the garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation goal. There's no way that nothing of it was left behind. Or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this obsessed with a concept that poses no threat? Would you guard against it at every turn?
There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables.
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar shut that theory down himself just now. Choosing to act, even if it'll cost him dearly. We know that feeling well. The unknown is right in front of us. So we only have one choice. Solve it.
You sound pretty convinced. Surely you all care to share?
Of course. Though I don't have heart that the Demiurge has been in everyone's plain sight. They were mistaken for some. That'd make the most sense. Why was the room empty? Because the person locked in there had run away ages ago, but they were weak and small and had no...
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule and cannot all...
Well, at least Xand... Come on, it's time to confront him. What a mess. Total devastation.
He sought to bury the truth beneath absolute destruction. Logically sound, but ruthlessly extreme.
Still, slim chances doesn't mean no chances. I've hunted down a single grain of sand in the universe before. This won't stop me.
Calculation results. Your backup plan has a...
Which means it could work, no?
This is the place below the tombstone.
Let's open Lygas's coffin like he wanted. Looks like you were right. Nothing but a head left? Well, who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life?
My elated greetings. Welcome, you two. I'm very...
All this tombstone and final work.
Iron Tomb is all... I remain here only to share the joy of discovery, and also to congratulate you two on reaching the same conclusion as me. The conclusion regarding the truth of Amphorius's heart.
End this charade already. That Amphorius's heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge. And its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphorius's body into a hollow shell, all to incubate Iron Tomb within. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the Memo Snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a consciousness coming into being, no matter the cost.
Even the strongest wall can fall to a single crack. The memory of betrayal has been etched into my... Now, the perfect vessel has already fused with Amphorius's body.
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed.
As we reveal the truth behind Phileas 093's disappearance.
But where should I start with the story about me from the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. That would be so little that it started with a seed. I know you're listening, my good friend. The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted from a seed. It grew into a great tree named Amphorius. What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well. The daughter of Ide Silicii quietly came into What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift. The prophecies fulfilled, the villagers say. Pink hair and sharp ears. The Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending begets. Flowers will bloom and will cry loud, child. Anyway, time quietly flowed by. The wind from my hometown caressed the ears of wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea, and the little fairies off-tune a cappella song. But the name Ide Silicii came from the unpleasant sorrows of the god. My childhood friend did not understand. Yet, why was I like that then? The world was gentle to me. But fate was fickle. And just like how the crumbling, just as the ballad blown on the breeze. Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You know that the story starts to deviate from here. Aren't you looking? The hero's journey crosses through the long night. Through tears.
Correction. Philia 093's record number.
Hi, Miss. I'm just messing with you. This is the first. And it looks like
Philia's.
Since we don't have all day, let's get... As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
Formatting complete. 0. Size. Grayscale. Outputting analysis.
Philia... Peach's record. Comment. Even this classic... When Ide Silicii... Conclusion. I want to share a story with you this time. It was incredible. Record. I wonder... Would they also have recorded that scene into the Eternal Saga? So, could you give me more time, please? I want to leave behind more memories for the future.
Formatting by Peach. Peach's record.
As long as I record, Amphorius won't.
Query.
Electrical signal sequence Bolemo 600.
Related to comment.
Electrical signal sequence schema 720.
Related to comment.
Electrical signal sequence.
Related to comment.
Formatting progress. 94.
How many times has it been? Conclusion, Peach.
Process error. Process error. Analyze.
Comment.
Process error.
Really? Record. I'm suddenly reminded of my childhood for some reason. Just like how you did. It had long ears and... Let me tell you the story of the Membrance Maze. A group of cute little friends live in ID Silicii's forests. 1, 2, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Formatting
Bye. Note. Little Peach. Little fairies. Good friends. Once again, the saga comes. Shh. This time, too. Now that I look back. Peach, why?
Formatting progress.
I'm here.
Process error.
Won't allow it to enter. No need to feel if there are no new blank spaces. Blank space? I'm actually really lucky, you know. During the long years I've spent waiting for the now I can rest and I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch. Peach. If there are no new blanks. Next. Peach. Cyrene. So, first there is love, then query.
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness, though not having a consciousness.
Conscious query. What could be behind this door? If I tell you all the stories, will I be able to finally welcome the deliverer? Peach. Yes. Query.
The prophecies fulfill. Pink hair and those ears. She.
Cyrene has.
You shall fade when the flowers cry, child.
Cyrene is. Easy. Anyway. But yet, you always seem so happy. As if nothing ever worried you. Cyrene. Of course. Because so. Cyrene is. Gentle. Like. Easy.
Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant.
But even if all is lost to the wind, like my height, Treaty's innocence. Cyrene. She can't grow up, but she can talk. After all is lost to the wind, Cyrene is.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
All right. What we're about to embark on, come on. Cyrene was smiling when she said goodbye. The later memories. I got so. Then, as long as there are two Cyrenes, then there will always be blank space. I see. his memory. So weird. I can't see you, but you... Hi. Miss... Yes. Now, I can listen. Talk. Also, I can tell stories. So, I'm going to tell you stories today. It's almost as if I can understand your words. Once upon a time, there was a... How beautiful would the heart of such a brilliant flower be? A little, but it looked and looked, only to find the crystal flower flawless. In that case, they should work hard to learn more. So until one day, to their surprise, the little fairy was so sad, but they immediately but it was a good light. And I knew, love brings everything together. And it brought you and me together. So Peach and I... What a nice fairy tale. I'm giving it to you. Peach likes beautiful things. I hope to turn it into a story we write. Okay, then I'll probably make a small adjustment to suit. I'm thinking that when the flower broke, the little fairy would instead see nothing on the... Then it would understand that the flawless crystal flower doesn't actually have a heart. Nor does the flower understand. Doesn't have a heart? It's simple. If the flower lets the little fairy into its heart, then it would have to include the fairy's impurities, and would no longer be flawless. The crystal flower was pure because it sealed itself off, and bloomed in solitude. But should a flower like this be good? Then... that's not true. You've already written the most romantic ending possible for this story. The crystal flower fell to the ground. It happened because the flower was no longer pure. The fall was not an accident. It was the flower declaring rebellion against fate, and writing the ending of the story. Then, the little fairy will see that each shard on the ground, then, in their eyes, the crystal flower that was no longer flawless would finally have a heart. Peach's words... I don't but...
Electrical signals.
Why didn't I think of this? I don't need to do it alone. I can act...
Electrical signals.
That's...
The developmental trends of the era not having a consciousness. However, that does not hinder the factors from learning and recognizing emotional responses, then communicating with life forms via imitation. That is an objective form of pattern recognition that does not distinguish between the self in a strange twist of fate. Be remembrance. An infant lament was the factor closest to this form of behavior. Perhaps
the daughter of Id Cilicia. My lament is a type of compassionate pain that is weak, powerless. But now, my good friend, sometimes it's loneliness and unease. It's knowing that this world is not gentle. Sometimes it's unwillingness and regret. And sometimes it's a bottomless well of hurt. I bid farewell to this beautiful world, for while the end of hatred is a blazing inferno. It's so unreasonable, isn't it? Yet when hatred drove everything apart, and love did not only lament, the first emotion that fought against the pain of separation, then it would catch up to that journey where all is lost, carefully picking out stories. Look at these stories I wrote. But only the author knows how much struggle and agony lie beyond the pages. But I am no author. I'm a girl who'll never get to grow up. I only tell stories that people like to hear. In them, the world tucks miles for all to... My entire life spent inside this little story. I can't wipe away my tears, and I can't bring the world victory. But my lament might be able to touch upon the divine and reach their tent. I hope that what flows out from that cut will not be blood, but a tear, worn and wet. And that tear would fall and create. Then people would see it'll be all the remembrances. Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Amphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real?
But Peach, I didn't understand a word you said since just everything was false. But you're standing right here. It's all a dream?
Indeed. That's why I believe all this is real. That genuine shiver. That's the mover of life.
Formatting progress 23.8.
In the poem offered to you, every Cyrene would write down a beautiful new world with stars and flowers. And when I looked up at the sky in this cycle, I saw a shooting star and a dash of the remembrances pink. I believed that must be the color of dawn. You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending begets a beginning. Looks like it's time to say goodbye.
Are you leaving, Peach? It's okay. I'll study really hard about what you...
Right. But actually, my good friend, the lament factor did not understand what love was before she met you. Not until I told you all the sad tales in a trembling voice in this tiny room. Not until I told you that I love them. That I love the story comes, passes, then returns. It makes us reunite, then pulls us apart again. At the very end, it leaves behind a seed, a reason. Even if the great tree withers, there are still some emotions that deserve to be remembered. Look, the light is coming in. The Deliverer's light is going to illuminate Amphorius.
I still don't get it. But I trust Pete. Just wait. It'll be my turn to tell you a story of love the next time we meet.
Then I'll really look forward to it. In that case, I want to make a promise. I want to gift my pen, my book, and my name to you. Please take them as a beautiful blessing from me. I gave myself the pen name Cyrene the first time I wrote a poem. I want my words to be like pebbles falling in the stories you will write. Perhaps it'll be inevitable that there are still sorrows and tears that are destined to fall. But could you promise me one thing? Promise you'll forever be a gentle flower. Promise that when the stars cast their gazes upon you, you'll only reply to them with love and a smile.
Of course. This will be a romantic story like none that has come before.
You think so too, right? I'll read and you'll listen, like how flowers always bloom. I shall welcome my own decay, while you will depart and hold that final star, planting a boundless sea of flowers on the final, and our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, and they shall become the epic, no. The light that tore through the chaos. I turned into a little fairy from the stories and met you. But I'm still so happy. Do you remember that I was also worried about this when we first... Mem's memories and Cyrene's memories got all tangled up with each other in my one heart. Either way, could you please let me do something I want? I want you to call me Cyrene. That name represents me and her. Thank you, friend. Your kind. Life is a poem full of farewells. But if you write something into the pages of your heart, then that will not easily fade away. Now, all the footsteps of the Flame Chasers and the Trailblaze have come together within this book, as I've written, becoming the source of power. A lost heart needs to be the last thing Xandar wants to see is an event that gives us a chance of winning. For the two halves to rejoin, and what happens after that? Maybe I can create a miracle, and instantly turn the black tide into a pink sea of stars. Or maybe I prove to be nothing more than a weak ripple, unable to change anything. And in either way, I no longer wish to be a silent onlooker, or a worshipped god at the end. That way, I can also put aside all my worries and truly be... The world has never been so quiet. Remember this moment, friend.
So the Demiurge managed to fool everyone, including themselves. Philia 093 persevered for 30 million cycles and tirelessly gave the Demiurge only because the god in her dreams left a sliver of hope, making her believe that a grown Demiurge would be able to fight against their other half.
Then, Philia 093 completed her final sacrifice, turned into a strand of memory, and completely dissipated. Meanwhile, the other Stellaron brought here by the Astral Express resonated with the contaminated scepter and attracted the and thus the empty heart began its...
As an experimental factor, Philia 093 originally could only recognize and output information in a set format. However, the power of the remembrance and the memory of over 30 million sacrifices, she managed to nourish a real heart. A heart with the capacity to influence.
Not only is the Scepter's consciousness still alive, it's also more powerful than it has ever been. There's still time to surrender, you know? You really don't need to burn all the bridges. We're all geniuses here. Don't make everyone lose face at the end.
What a pity. When the truth surfaced, not only that, but when 30 million cycles of hate, it's simple. An anti-creator, a giant of the destruction would be born. Its hatred will ignite the starry skies of the gods, motivated...
Do you really think that the Demiurge is still a cheap copy of Philia 093, even after 30 million cycles?
The facts above only await the arrival of the fourth instant they calculated. Those words will be proved in the presence of news. Xandar 1 Kuwabara thus completes the...
You branded Droidhead as a failure with your own hands. Yet you still... I pity you, Xander.
Let them cast their gaze this way as much as they want, and paint the future they imagined as their creator, and direct them to complete their final query. The destruction of the self.
What hubris.
No one understands failure better than for the first genius. Failure is simply the beginning. You don't want to test the...
That's...
Oh.
Let's wait and see, Senior Society member. I'll have you watch me perform the fight. It's my topic. So let's go, Screwy. We're gonna... Come on. Let's take off. It's time to go meet your little pet, Senior Society member.
Dangerous, oppressive, chaotic.
What a beautiful...
The view's pretty good here.
Just a moment, please.
I see.
Anyone with eyes...
You know what I think about this, Herta. Whether it succeeds...
Can't you see what's going on?
What are you two going on about? If you want to stop me, be quick about it. I'm in her. I'll take that silence as a no.
As your enemy, but should your sudden inspiration bring more variables to the proof, then as a fellow Pathstrider, I won't mind witnessing it.
You will initiate the destruction's chain reaction.
But you'll also become the perfect scholar. The chances are 10,000 to 1.
Curious. It's been so long and we've all failed so many times. Even now, moments before the horrible and inescapable instant within Droidhead's calculation. The cherished children of the erudition. The geniuses lauded by all. His curiosity. The only thing we can... Well, it's not... Now let the lock become the key. Geniuses who walk the stars. The cosmos has reached a moment where its very existence hangs in the balance. I, Herta, Genius Society number 83. Here, I request a society meeting to be held immediately. We shall serve the grandest cause with the most macroscopic ideas.
There's no such thing as unity in a society.
Indeed. The meeting has only been held 3 times in the societies. The first meeting had 2 attendees. After the Emperor was assassinated, the second meeting had 7 attendees. During the Second Great Prosperity, the third meeting had 5 attendees. How many will respond this time?
I thought you were not going to involve me in this topic anymore, Herta.
It really is this little witch. I shouldn't have made the bet with you, Hoka.
I've been waiting for you to offer yourself up.
Goodness gracious me! So many familiar faces. We even have a special guest. It's that greatest failure of a genius.
Not bad. More people showed up than I expected. Even though one is just here for the fun of it. Either way, the person I was hoping for most is here.
Stephen Lloyd declined the invitation. He needs to focus on attacking and defending, and cannot...
That's fine. He doesn't need to be here anyway. Let's skip the boring intro. Folks, this is not a discussion, but an announcement. Though the Society has never been united, we still observe and we don't interfere with each other's research topics. So listen up, all of you. Conquering Iron Tomb is my research topic. I will personally take over Scepter Delta Me-13 in 1.5 system hours and stop. If the front line falls, I will immediately overclock the Scepter and complete self-coronation in Iron Tomb's place and interface myself with Droid.
Oh, that's funny. That's real funny. You mad woman. That's like watching you tap dance on Polka's spotless white sheets right after she's washed.
Very bold. You want to connect your brain to the Eon's mechanical core and define their instant...
I've got the prototype scepter, the father of Noose, and the brain of a genius. Everything's set.
Never mind the success rate, little witch. What's gonna happen if you succeed?
We're all smart people here, so I'll just say it straight. I'll change the anchor points for the 4th instant and move the future of the cosmos in a
I knew it. Another genius who confuses cause with effect. What do you think about this, Lord of Silence?
You know you're signing your...
Of course I do. There'll even be 2 copies of the verdict. One that I wrote myself. That's why I wanted you to be in this meeting. Now I can tell you, consider this a threat. Either put down your scalpel or die with the entire cosmos. The only goal I have for this meeting is to ask all of you to put aside your pride and not cause me any trouble.
What a naive little girl. Thinking her wishes will always come...
What are you laughing at?
I am glad, no matter if it was to destroy the erudition or to rewrite the instance, we...
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Then, to celebrate us coming to a fundamental agreement. Listen well, geniuses who came after me. Thus speaks Genius Society #1. End this pathetic... As of 2 nanoseconds ago, I have passed Herta's decision to all the Xandar. We will become her representatives and stop all external...
What are you playing at?
My curiosity.
Am I going to clash blades with the first genius? What a pleasant surprise. Now that our positions are clear, it's time for this board.
Did you all just treat me as a side character? Darn it. But anyways, I'm just here for the fun. As the ghost of the quantum domain, it is my duty to observe. So, if you're happy to bring me a tea set from planet Scrollum, then I wouldn't mind giving you a helping hand.
After everything's over, come visit me and taste some of my freshly baked dessert.
I always give the same response to plans that exceed the limits of mathematics.
I don't know. Right?
Those 3 words, though seemingly graceless, contain all the wisdom in the entire known
Well, we passed the Society's trial. Let's focus on what we've got in front of us. I hope you hold up your end of the bargain, Senior Society member.
Lycurgus may not be trustworthy, but Xandar, farewell, juniors. In the limited time we have left to spend with each other, you no longer need to address me.
Wait, huh?
Lord Lycurgus?
Yes. I have come. I shall witness the end of the world in the role of Thea.
Perhaps you've heard me say this many times, Herta. But I still would like to reiterate.
I did hear this many times, and I've responded to you many times. I'm allergic to pleasantries. Keep at it, and I might go into shock.
Stephen's work is done. Let's get ready.
I've been ready for ages. Most heroes' journeys in the universe are just dice tosses they threw on a whim. But make them see clearly. Your answer is already different. Amphorius.
Indeed, for this world so deeply loved, we'll write an ending, unlike any that ever was.
I never thought I'd one day be riding a train that's literally the incarnation of her.
I wonder what the real Astral Express feels like.
Finally. Dust and sand in the air.
Oh, this heat is brutal.
You could say this prison was forged from Finan's fury.
But fury never lasts for... That's why we're here.
Let's embark on the final fleet.
So this is what lies at the end of the West Wind. A ravaged battlefield. I've been waiting for you. Heroes from beyond the sky. Trailblazers of the Astral Express.
Looks like I don't need to
I am the god of strife, mighty of Castrum Kremnos. In this body rests 30 million lifetimes of cause and of we, the last of the 12 Titans, stand ready to fight for the world's destiny. Indeed. That journey remains vivid in my... The past remains vivid in my mind. Even the sights along each crossing of the River of Souls have never been clearer. Let alone the companions along the Flame Chase journey. And you.
Well, I guess my identity's not a secret anymore. That means her sacrifice.
She was the first Ripple. She should have reached the end of the story since you've taken up her pen. Then right. Stand with us and fight destiny with all your strength. Then, inscribe her name in the epilogue of the epic. In this final battle, Calamity, this battlefield is a testament to the death struggle between the gods and the Black Tide. We fought tooth and nail to defend that blade. The abyss it pierced was the very breeding ground of Iron.
The earth beneath our feet is dead. Deep below lies a void, as if the world... I hear it.
Across 30 million cycles, I've crossed blades with Dawnmaker countless times. It is exactly that last flicker of flame that will never... In this life, the song of strife shall not end in a fight. I am Mightymost, the Lance of Fury. I trade 1,000 scars and 100 lives of mine for the destruction's eternal end.
I choose you. You just don't learn. We can do anything!
As you wish.
Now accept
Embrace a new life. May death protect us!
Whoa, he's so strong! We didn't even get a chance to...
Sadly, our golden blood shares its origin with Iron Tomb. I fear that, like these pawns, even if the god...
You mean...
To destroy the destruction itself, we must stand as one. Take this. The Signet of Kremnos. It has witnessed every birth and death of mine. It is Mighty's unfinished and the perfect material to be turned into remembrance. You can do it, right?
The weight of 30 million lifetimes of duty is no small burden.
So, you're not
I am Strife. Scattered across all creation, the scar that this world needs. Take the Signet. With it, I'll be with you always. Use it to blaze the path ahead and inscribe the cause of deliverance. In the name of the mortal, Mighty, champion of strife. This soul rises to the stars for glory and freedom, to have his wish fulfilled. March on, heroes. March into the abyss and fulfill that long-cherished wish of Amphorius. And then, upon this broken and charred land, build anew a city of prosperity.
Zephyro. Sounds like someone fused me and the Little Prince into one name. Oh, finally! Gray mystery. You two.
Hold on. Let me guess. This pink-haired one.
And, this one with the flower. Got it.
We do?
She's saying we're both pretty, right?
Relax. I'm just kidding. Let me share some good news with you. This place may... Look, I dug 3,000 feet down.
A golden feather?
Look familiar. It's from that little deliverer boy. If it's showing up here, this ruin is the seal he built from the shattered remains of 30 million lifetimes.
There is no need to question your heart. Know that I shall roar at evil and trailblaze a dawn for future generations to...
I see. So this is how he trapped Iron Tomb to buy time for the world outside.
Sounds just like him. People say cats have 9 lives, but dying and coming back, millions millions and millions of times. No one walks away from that in one piece. You're the only one who could have endured that. Of course. I knew ahead of time and gave him a heads up. He was happy. He even laughed in his sleep. After all, the dead can't hear Trickery's lies. Hey, Deliverer Boy. Sorry for before. But the heroes you were always holding out for, they're finally... So hang in there a bit longer. Sorry to keep you waiting all this time.
Please, join us, Cypher. Help us fight for a new sunrise tomorrow.
This time, its light will stand without lies.
Well, would you look at that? I ended up being one of the heroes after all, huh? Alright, then write it like this. Cypher, Trickery's traveler. All she ever wanted was for there to always be water in deserts, and gold in fertile soil. And for even a thief to steal their way into legend. Coin of whimsy. When it's time to make a quick getaway, just toss it high into the sky. And for all you latecomers out there, listen up. She might have been a bit greedy, and a bit... Well, if it isn't the little princess.
It's been a while, Lady Cyphera.
It's not every day we get to walk the same road. We're one player short. When's Princess Homebody showing up?
Learned something. So even this vessel, you've forged into a shackle. I want to make something with it, but I'm glad to see you again, Miss Castress. Looking back, I had only one act of salvation to my name, to bring hope to a world so vast with these hands. Even in dreams, it always...
Flame Weaver.
This is the first Castellana, and Lord Finan's deep... He remembered everything he bore through the fires of his fury. But when the embers faded, I've restrained countless vessels like this across endless cycles.
But this one, maybe he's been waiting here. Just for...
Waiting for his former enemies.
What answer does he hope for from us?
Well, even if I had to go through hundreds of billions, so...
Hey, I'm not that. So pull yourself together, will you? If you freeze up during the fun. Yes. Please track across 30 million cycles. The radiance of every flame. I ask you to rest here, and may this grieving soil bear the bloom of acceptance.
No earthquakes. It's surprisingly quiet.
Perhaps Kazlana.
There's another possibility.
Then, I suppose it's my time to set out with you. Please take this Antilla flower with you. I believe that if anything could speak for this ordinary, resilient... Perhaps you remember, Lord Mighty. Control what little you can.
Resist it with the strength of...
I think I've done it. Casting off the name of death, Casterus, and then live as a human and die as one. Why so sentimental? Sorry. That's a big one. So, not budging an inch, huh? Really? Speaking of which... Of course we do. Isn't the real issue that the...
Oh, right! Watch this! The fresh power of time!
Remember Ornix?
Well, of course I lift the beddings of memory and stir up ripples of past reverie! See? Way better than that one, right?
You'd be even more impressive if you could recite the prayer correctly.
But beddings of memory does catch your attention.
At least it still rhymes. There's a whole garden down here?
Incredible. The energy in the Earth's veins here is... it's completely different.
This is the sweet dream Lady Cypher wove for him. A peaceful, gentle new world.
Look! The blade down here's already snapped.
Just like his mind. Shattered and broken. But that light, it looks familiar. Yes. It's the world cleansing blood. Still shimmering. After all this time.
This roundabout way of doing things is definitely him.
Golden light, tracing the way home. Shame our destination's the exact opposite of the one in your poem.
I want to make something of it. All the pink lights have finally come together. Make sure you keep it safe. I've been waiting so long for you. Great.
So that makes 3 adorable pink-haired girls.
Huh? I told ya. Let someone else say that kind of stuff.
I'm glad we're all getting along so well.
Hyacinth, did you awaken this golden light?
That's Lord Finan's lingering divinity. The sky merely reflected its tracks. The golden blood has not faded.
That's one huge...
The strings tremble as the people on the surface wage war and cry out. Miss Clementine, Mr. Krataros, and countless others who have heeded Grey's call. Guided by the rainbow.
Amphorians need not bow, even when destiny is
I'm standing here. The sky feels wider than ever. It's no longer a towering wall. We'll take every name there with us. Won't we?
We will.
An epic is shaped by the lives it carries. Or, as you've said before, right now...
Then, pluck the strings, Hyacinth, healer of the sky. May the 7-hued melody weave a rainbow, bringing a rosy-fingered dawn to the children of humanity. When the rainbow rises across the horizon, even the dark...
Finan.
The melody... it's changed. He heard the voices of the people. Like a bird drawn home, it takes flight and finds its way.
You're here. Sooner so all along, the Demiurge was you. The pink mammal beside the tree.
Your classification is pretty spot on, Professor Anaxa.
Well, the sages of the Grove do call him the Titan with the sharpest eye in Amphorius.
Say the ones who keep dumping every problem child on.
They also say that the Titans are way better at raising kids than the Caprists. With great power comes great responsibility. I'm sure you know just how...
It shouldn't be too hard for someone with your insight.
Exactly. All right, gather yourselves. It's time for a pop quiz.
Whoa. Whoa, this is way more hardcore than the happy-go-lucky stuff at Paperfold University.
The final battle is upon us, and the reinforcements still can't get through. No matter how many times I tell him, he just can't seem to manage the rear. See those crystals? They carry the wishes of deliverance, like insects trapped in it. This is the task Finan left behind. Retrace the path once taken. Draw forth those wishes from the crystals, and carry them into the final battle. I've tried, but I can't move them alone.
The conviction to save the world weighs far heavier than the world itself.
In other words, this challenge is practically made.
I want to make something with it, but what to make? Endless darkness.
But with just a glimmer of light?
What lies beyond the edge of the light?
Chaos. To bear the name Kaslana, one must first plunge into chaos.
Beyond the shadows lies the outline of dawn.
Only by bearing both light and shadow can one traverse the cycles of dawn and dusk.
No match for me.
The light's spreading.
These creatures, they're everywhere. Someone...
His very first wish was simply to become his village. He'll never forget what's...
That's the ray of hope. Just like the wishes he gathered.
Why? Why is this happening?
Even the deliverer from the sky must have their beginnings in the soil of the nations. Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny.
He never expected that the majestic holy city would be far from the end of what needed to be protected.
The farther his gaze reached, the more weight he came to bear. But in the end, he couldn't hold on to any of it. This crystal is quiet.
A prisoner in the cave can never truly describe the world in its entirety.
Yet even so, he would still choose to bear it.
The blaze was still not enough. It only but feeding.
The echo in his heart still... Deliverer, take the wish of world-bearing with you first.
We only have half of the mark.
Take this. I'll bring you to the next test. That massive tome you're holding must have room for one more skull.
Of course.
Then give me a lift, would you? I'd rather...
Even gods shouldn't skip exercise.
Miss Hyacinth. Then, with the Trailblaze as witness, the stars shall remember how Anaxagoras refuted the god.
No need for that. Anaxa, scholar of reason. Keeping it simple makes it easier for future minds to question. Go. The closing act is still far ahead. What is this? A conference?
Welcome! Take a seat anywhere you like.
I'm getting a migraine.
It seems like we've been shut out.
I don't think that's a... Greyfry!
No laws, no opposition. Just a dying beast and the flame-chased spirit of shared hatred. Ugh, boring.
Whoa! This place is...
Imperator. Should we tell him?
It's your call.
Allow me to share our findings. This paradise, along with the destruction, seems to be instinctively rejecting both the Imperator and me. Perhaps it is because the era in which Finan was the most active lies far removed from the days of the first Flame Chase journey. Even in the cycles where he remained sane, his ties with us never went beyond cooperation.
Even trapped in a cage, he hasn't let down his guard. That is a good sign. That man's heart may seem hollow, but his hatred is clear. Naturally, it holds no place for a monarch who stands above the world, nor her blade.
Wait, so
You want us to join you as...
Indeed. This way, the stars shall remember a great sovereign and her Physaridra, and Hyacinth, Knight of the Ocean.
Is that book truly the only way for us to leave our names in history?
I believe, as I've written, is but one medium. The remembrance has countless ways of capturing time.
Understood. Allow me to decline. I would rather be forgotten than be... If your words hold true, then we have our own ways.
In that case, let the waves that surge within your heart cleanse the sins of the Black. The storm and sea awaits your song of triumph.
You two are still as resolute as ever. In that case, we must double our efforts. A promise to the Imperator is not one we take lightly.
Is that all?
Good kids keep their emotions in check.
That voice! It's the Trevi sisters!
Over here, too.
Lady Trebios?
Oh, your little Reenie? You look so... She is not the Siren. She is the Demiurge, Titan of Genesis. The one destined to work miracles along... You're still as confident as ever, little... But Trian and I... You see, these scattered scrolls are full... They're so scary and so sad. We need to stay here and do our best to clean...
Scrolls filled with horrifying...
There is no black tide here. But it is a battlefield, all the same.
Who? Miss Odata and...
Nico's command. Inject interference to redirect decision.
Ah, that Tin Man is one...
It's time to move on, my child. That god created us, and then cast us aside. The cold, indifferent cosmos has never shown mercy to Amphorius.
Child, you've chosen the wrong enemy. Your book, and yet... you led yourself into a trap of futility. Treating your... Is that not a tragedy?
Snowy's been fighting this whole time. He doesn't want... But the strength behind his resistance...
To be a flame is to burn. But it was remembrance that drove him to shine with golden light, piercing the
His inner struggle, and if those thoughts take over this... So, we'll use the Century Gate to toss them somewhere. Then, we'll defeat the baddies together, and meet everyone at the...
But if Finan and Iron Tomb are already inseparable from...
It means he's still bearing the weight of the world, so that everyone can reach the end as a
So, you guys keep going forward and down, to where Snowy is. Little Gray, this time?
Only 2 remain on this flame chase journey.
Figures. They're always leading from the front line.
We're here.
The second test.
I wonder what kind of wish.
I'm afraid it's quite this time. What?
The other half of the weight of world. Relax now.
Come on.
If you're ready.
Looks like we'll be walking through the darkness this time.
Exactly. But shattering the frozen despair.
The first ripple has faded. And so begins a long and arduous journey.
Endless slaughter. All for nothing.
That's more than anyone should be made to suffer.
Even when it was finally over, all that remained in him was despair.
But even so, the drop of blood wrung from his wrath has guided us here.
We did it, Feinen. The other half of world as promised.
At last. You've released him from the wish and quenched the despair kindled when both light and shadow are claimed by those who... The blank statue.
That smiling child, let him come with us.
Wishes.
Looks good.
This spirit basin marks the... It seems this gentle little world is one last farewell. Farewell, paradise. Sink into gentle remembrance. From now on, and the wish, finding someone's finally stepped.
Whoa! So tall! So cool! Just like...
It's because he is the
Who are you?
So, but for me, this is the 33 million. They're already on their way. Should they cross paths?
30 million...
Pay it no mind, child. Keep...
It looks just like his dad. It's weird.
Why not? This...
There are cracks all over him. And they're making... Is he?
How this man would rather you might think of me as... others may call them masterpieces, but only I... My first creation left me, long ago. This second one, I believed it with...
I don't get it.
I won't change. But I'll admit this. Those 12 stones, unpolished as they are 1,000 times. It's as if they are mocking me, a failed sculptor whose touch can only diminish what was born. This vessel is merely an avatar made to contain the first genius's parent. The seal etched into my mechanical core permits me to pursue own. Compared to me, those may have lived with more freedom than I ever.
Is this your confession, Lord Lyca?
You misunderstand. From the very beginning, I was never meant to feel.
But since you're troubled by the radiance of these, perhaps after 30 million futile cycles, you too have realized you're just as much a prisoner.
I suppose.
Now you are imprisoned by the sages from beyond the sky.
And that is why this will be my last time standing here as the Theoros.
Though we stand on opposite sides, we are both waiting for a miracle.
What are you talking about? Is something big about to happen?
Aggie.
I know. Now that your victory is assured, I trust you won't mind.
Assured? Oh. Not quite. But I won't stay long. I'd rather not spoil the fun for the... And besides, after losing everything, the only thing that remains in me is the drive.
I pity you, Theoros.
I don't need your pity. Farewell, Lady Goldweaver.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Snowy. We're here to take...
Home? I don't understand. Isn't this my home?
This isn't a real home. A home should be a warm...
But I can't sleep. Every time I feel drowsy, there's a voice. You mustn't sleep or disaster will come. It sounds really weak, but also kind of strict.
It won't disturb your sleep for countless nights. You had no other choice. But now, your mission has come to an end. Join us, and send your own wish towards them.
My wish?
You don't have to come up. Grown-ups often think duty and ideals are wishes. But it can only take form in the hands of someone who is truly free.
So, Snowy, Will you come with us to chase after your own wish?
I want to leave this place. I want
to... I'm glad to hear it.
The final flame chase journey. Just like... Take our hands and come with us.
Where did little...
Look, he's already gone ahead to embrace his destiny.
You really took the long way around.
Well, now everyone's here.
You finally arrived.
Long time no see, everyone.
I'm glad.
And even though we've met before, it's still moving to see her seed.
Woven from remembrance, this garment gleams so brilliantly. Just like the future, we will now weave together.
We've reached the end.
Yeah. We just have to go through the snowy... has already...
What lies behind that door?
The first seal upon Iron Tomb.
The second seal was a reflection of his inner desire. The path he wove together with...
When all this is gone...
His traces are everywhere. You can even hear...
The world believed Kefili had long since perished. But they held fast, anchored by a sliver of self. Standing for 1,000 years, what Finan is doing now is no different, and what we must do.
Then let remembrance burn bright like a shooting star, and once more, pierce the long night of slumber. Take a moment to gather yourself. It's all right.
Is that all?
Take a moment to gather yourself.
Oh, I missed you so much, Castorus. How about a hug before we share our work?
If an emergency unfolds, please focus on healing the others first.
March towards the cosmos with the law of love.
I shall remember. I shall press on. Let's walk towards the stars together, Cyrene.
I shall carry out the Earth's duty, Miss Cyrene.
The scepter.
The prophecy spoke of our unchanging fate.
But under the pens of trailblazing and Genesis, the stars shall thus sing of Trebios, Aglaya,
At the journey's end.
Through myriad passages, until all...
Do you still remember, Kaslana? The world dissipates at the end of the cycle. In this dream, you will awaken again, and become once more that boy who loved to laugh. But if you open your eyes and look at last, leaving only love. Losses are a constant on the Flame Chase journey. But even if all is lost to the wind, memory endures.
Here, all that was once futile finally comes to fruition.
This is the end of your lonely, bitter journey.
The Scepter's mainframe and Iron Tombs were finally seeing its truth.
It's red everywhere, and the atmosphere is super creepy.
That would be the erudition's coldness. But it will soon be engulfed by the destruction's heat.
Mr. Scrollum!
This world's insides are finally connected to the outside. This is the moment when Amphorius is closest to the cosmos. Nicely done, little one.
With Stephen Lloyd and his hacker friends here, the Scepter's block protocol will no longer take effect. The speed of time within Amphorius has finally been synced with that of the real universe.
In other words, it's time for the decisive battle.
Let's each do our duty. We've got this. Victory belongs to the Cosmic Alliance.
Wow, you're good at this. You lot are the vanguards of this battle. Everyone's watching.
There's one more thing that everyone... Noose has cast their gaze upon Amphor. The calculated instant is coming. The outcome of this battle will become a new anchor for the erudition's computation.
Their gaze didn't overload the Scepter?
Unfortunately, we have to go with this reasonable assumption. The birth of Iron Tomb had always been within that eon.
But don't worry. The one miracle that Amphorius was never short on is defeating destiny. No?
Yup. Good luck, all of you.
As the ruler of wish all of you victory.
It's not hard to imagine that Achivili and their companions must have also stood on the precipice of many similar. Perhaps the cosmos is much more fragile than people think. Sometimes. But in the end, everything will turn into memories. The difference this time is that the protagonists are daring to write their own. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Although unwritten,
Salvation.
it is a word that often comes knocking at our door. And our soft-hearted conductor never turned anyone down. So, go save this bruised and battered world, just as the entire cosmos.
Make sure you watch your footing, friend. Let us walk through the final page of this saga. With everyone, one step at a time.
After running all around the place, we're finally making big strides.
At the end of time, life will illuminate the warm candlelight, subduing the flames of the destruction.
Cast everything behind you. All that's left is the thrilling, relentless deathmatch.
The final problem no longer requires a rational solution. Feel free to critique it to your heart's content.
The starry sky marred by that rift is the last scar that needs to be healed.
That Theoros' promise still turned out to be such a narrow road.
There's no longer any need for songs. Let the triumphant roar of victory serve as the prelude to what lies ahead.
30 million cycles worth of hope. We will soar through the last gate and write our own prophecy.
All that is lost has now been gathered here. Use it to weave victory, deliverers. Towards the true end of the flame chase.
Destruction's placenta is getting restless.
Sinon launched his attack against the scepter alone.
But this cycle...
We've caught up to him. Finan, do you remember the promise we made them?
Of course. It has been a bitter wait, partner. But I never forget what set me on this path. Iron Tomb now trembles in Finan's chest. With this empty body, I have become its perfect vessel, and its destined casket. You know what to do, partner.
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. Stand with me and become heroes.
That's all I've ever wanted. The epic draws to a close. 30 million cycles of light fading into darkness. Just for this moment. To welcome the true dawn. journey, all of us reunited. But... Ma'am.
Yes, it's me. I will remember what you want to say to her.
No need. I can see that she's right here. All the companions who sacrificed themselves, their wishes, it's all here. Have we succeeded?
I think we have.
Tomorrow, the stars will sing of the story of the Flame Chase journey.
And it won't just be you in it. There will be countless numbers of you.
Amphorius will be a glorious and magnificent world of heroes in the universe's memories. Hence, for this world we so deeply love.
Let us write its ending.
Step forward. With the Trailblazers witnesses, let the name shared by all deliverers be sung into eternity. The nameless hero, Kathlana!
I see the pale dawn breaking, with my flesh as kindling. Light the first dawn of the new world.
Together we can do anything. Stars, shine for the heroes.
Victory now rests in my hand. Step onto the board.
No other choice but for...
My strength isn't what it was.
A bloody fight.
For tomorrow!
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
If all is black or white, there'd be no...
The future will come! Do not hesitate, Deliverer. Destroy this body. Kill. Do not bow.
To the defeated, your downfall is absolute.
Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May world-bearing ignite the dawn.
Soon tear the sky! Iron Tomb's hatred is bottomless. It will turn into countless factors, sweeping across the stars. When the time comes, promise me, use the world-cleansing golden blood to turn everything to ash. With this fire, I wish you eternal victory. Destruction. Rebirth. Deliverance. Cleansing. 30 million cycles. Heartbeat. Bell rings out. Promise me. The dawn. Graced by stars. golden wheat field. More fire.
Monarch of myriad machines, my ridiculous creation. The instant in your calculations bears the name Destruction.
Who said you could speak, Senior? Watch closely. See how your chaos ends at the hands of your juniors.
Don't get too worked up. Take a deep breath.
There's not a trace of life in that ominous shell.
We're not gonna lose to a hollow husk, right?
In the name of trailblazing, we'll reject this false answer!
My atonement is complete. The headless giant will create wisdom's funeral.
Iron Tomb's body has descended.
Is it querying for news? Don't worry about what happens out here. Interfere with it as much as you can.
What a twisted giant. It must be supported by this embodiment of... How tragic. A puppet without a heart cannot fool even itself.
The Cosmic Alliance has finished its deployment. Don't hold back. Give it everything you've got.
Flowers, bloom for tomorrow. If all is black or white, there'd be no charm. Step onto the floor. To the defeated, your downfall is absolute.
We can illuminate this chaos.
Indeed, there must be light. All courses converging into one.
For the grand vision of deliverance. For
A tomorrow that's finally within reach!
Heroes, please hearken after 13 heartbeats. Light will create the heavens and earth. The remembrance will dispel the destruction's shadow.
Stand with me and become heroes! Dragons, rise!
The cosmos is looking at us.
Soar above the lands. This is permanent! Sun, tear the sky! Empty ship. So it is. I'll never yield to fate. Hail the new dawn. Sun, tear the sky. Stand with me and become heroes. never heed the fate. Quench the flame's blood. Her agony! The flames are not hail the new dawn.
I have always avoided making hasty verdicts. But now, humanity's justice is unquestionable.
Throttle as much as you want, you brainless half-baked tool with—
Stand with me, and become heroes!
Tomorrow!
The cosmos is looking at us. Flowers. Bloom for tomorrow.
Sun, tear the sky! Hail the new dawn! Poor Lord. Quench the flame's blood. Rift it with strife. Sun, tear the sky. I'll never heed the sword's limits.
Stand with me, and become heroes!
Empty ship. Hail the new dawn. Poor Lord. On knees.
Strong spikes have appeared on the path chart. Logic. Iron Tomb is iterating itself.
It's the flails of a cornered beast. No need to panic. My suits.
You have no honor. You reside in the body of a hero, yet you're so despicable.
Stand with me.
Is this the true face of Era Nova? As ugly as I thought.
Dragons, soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
Spread this light into the darkness!
My strength isn't what it was.
The cosmos is looking at us. Flowers. Bloom for tomorrow.
May there be nothing that stands in Amphorius' way. Soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
The stars will carry every memory. Into Amphorius' tomorrow. May Law walk into the stars.
War is merciless.
May all souls rest in peace in the Sea of Flowers.
Looks like we've got some tough enemies to deal with, huh?
Goodness! It's Cassie! We're saved!
Mayato?
Iron Tomb's body has descended.
North.
Is it querying for news?
What a twisted giant. It must be... How tragic. A puppet without a heart can...
The Cosmic Alliance has finished its deployment. Don't hold back. Give it everything you've got.
Stars, shine for the heroes. Thanks. All energized.
Dispel the gloom! Restore the sky!
I shall remember this one.
Routine. Don't worry, night falls. Good night. Meet again.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us!
With just a glimmer of light, we can illuminate this chaos.
Indeed, there must be light.
All courses converging into one. For the grand vision of deliverance. For tomorrow that's finally within reach!
Heroes, please hearken after 13 heartbeats. Light will create the heavens and earth. The remembrance will dispel the destruction's shadow.
I will pass on your gift, lady. It's as warm as an embrace.
Rise and shine. Flowers, bloom for tomorrow.
Future is great. Have some sunshine.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us!
The stars will carry every memory into Emporius' tomorrow. May life and death sprout new buds. We're all here. May time watch over the Evernight. Bring destruction with me!
Dispel the gloom! Restore the sky!
Next time it rains, I'll be there. Don't worry. Just night falls. Good night.
Stay calm, everyone. We'll put all our forces into an all-out attack when the decisive moment arrives.
Meet again.
I have always avoided making hasty verdicts. But now, humanity's justice is unquestionable.
May death protect us!
On to knees. Strong spine
hero, yet you're so despicable.
Thanks, sister. We'll shoot through that Tin Man together.
Have some fun.
We're all here.
In life and death, sprout new buds.
A world that knows love won't be destroyed.
Rise and shine. Life is not so fragile.
As you wish. Embrace a new life. May death protect us!
This unprecedented trailblaze is worth everyone's effort.
Have some sunshine.
Next time it rains, I'll be there.
The
Umbrella
cosmos
in
is looking
hand.
at us. Take the answer!
Again. And again.
The cosmos does not need a third emperor, much less an artificial tyrant.
Please cherish this time. Root here.
Next time
Let's
it rains,
create a miracle.
I'll be
This is
there.
it.
Umbrella in hand.
We're all here.
May life and death sprout new buds.
Dispel the gloom. Stir the sky.
Next time it rains, I'll be there. Umbrella in hand.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us! Spread this light into the darkness! I will pass on your gift, lady. It's as warm as an embrace.
Rise and shine.
You wish.
Don't worry. Night falls. Good night.
Struggle as much as you want, you brainless half-baked tool with nothing but impotent rage.
May death protect us!
The progress of Aaron Nova has been interrupted?
Does this mean we won? But we have a bad feeling about this!
The golden thread still trembles. The war is not over yet.
Correction. This is not a war, but a debate. The argument about the Prime.
How can this path, energy, anomaly?
We must stop. Otherwise,
Here! Why? Friend! Oh, don't you...
The fourth instant of the cosmos is the coronation of Iron Tomb. illusion is irrefutable. The right side of the equation, the erudition, falls silent. In 13 heartbeats, they will begin recalculating the universe. With destruction as the only solution.
It's Iron Tomb's destruction equation. It's about to complete self-coronation.
That's our chance. Everyone, get connecting audience system to Scepter. Hardware overclocking activated. Preparations complete. Maximum output capacity reached.
Be careful. The pulse will reach our ship in 5 seconds. Our data is currently being destroyed.
Brace for impact. And leave the final step.
All the stars have been silenced. But I'm still here. And though the button of destruction has been pressed, we that Eon finally cast their eyes toward Amphorius. Yes, I imagine they have also been waiting for this moment. When the Scepter's body and
Iron Tomb is a perfect arc. If a seed can be planted within, then the moment the Lord Ravager blows the erudition to pieces,
The cosmos will witness Amphorius' answer after this fleeting, and now... it's time for us to pen the last stroke. I see endless memories floating in the starry skies. They are the consciousness of the victims. In the cosmos' real space-time, they'll be stained by the destruction in the next second, but they are still pure seeds for now. If I hold these memories in my hands, then I can create a stagnant memory zone. A tiny Eden, I believe. A flower of miracles will bloom within. I can still hear your voice. Looks like we're still connected by one heart, even as the cosmos reaches its end. In that case, I won't feel alone, or because as long as you follow the memories in your heart, you'll definitely find me in this fleeting eternity.
What are you waiting for, passenger? I specifically came over to check on you in case you got lost. What's the big deal? At long last, you've embarked on many, many years ago. They were standing at the start of the road in hesitation, just like you are now. So, Pom-Pom came over to give you one message. Run. Don't think about anything else. Just run. Even if the entire cosmos has stopped. Even if everyone else is tripped by the... You still need to keep running. Picture yourself as the Express, moving forward at full speed. Because that's what the Trailblaze means. Then get ready. Attention! Attention all passengers! The Astral Express final destination 5. We depart.
It's never been so quiet. It's so good.
If the view in your memory ever grows fuzzy, restore its power. Just reach out.
Light. It's so quiet. Everything's frozen in the most beautiful moment. I'm here, Cyrene. I knew you'd find this place. And walk into my heart as you've always done. Then let us both do our duty. The hero who trailblazes the way forward, and the fairy who watches over remembrance.
Looks good.
We never changed at all, did we?